Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, hello. How is everybody? I hope y'all are having a wonderful time. We are taking a little bit of a break from Pokemon Yellow this time, as you can see. So, what we're doing today is we are going to be playing a little bit of the public test server for Space Marine 2. What this entails is because the PTS has been opened up since yesterday, people are able to jump in on PC and they're able to take a look at the new class that will be coming out sometime late February. Um, we will see when that occurs. Let me know if the um, like the audio sound and all that is good to go. Oh, I may have to turn off my model. Oh god. Yeah. Um okay. That sucks. But that's fine. Uh yeah. My CPU is maxed out. That is hilarious. All right. Neat. Well, unfortunately, we're gonna have to go without a model this time. Space Marine doesn't like it when when I have my model going. So I hope that is okay. We're gonna do it like that. Oh God. Are we still here? Hi. Hello. Scuff? It wouldn't be a game without Scuff. Hmm. Are you guys still with me? I hope you are. Bitrate had taken a dive, but hey, that is okay. We should be stable now. I did not. I did not search up Goths. I ended up completely forgetting. I had a lot more on my mind and a lot more on my plate. I'm so sorry. That is unfortunate of me. I think we continue on. It's still gonna feel a little rough, but hey, you know what? We're here for the scuff, right? So... it will be fine. Alright, so essentially what's going on here is we have...
Stratagems are ingeniously devised, Lorian.
Thank you, brother.
Perhaps you should orchestrate more operations from the bridge of the Resilient.
I could not bear to spend time away from the chapter armory and my brother's war gear.
Aw, that's actually really, really sweet. So essentially what's happening here is I've done up the Tech Marine in the style and givings of the chapter that I love and adore, the Space Wolves. So what a Tech Marine is that they are the ones that maintain the equipment, otherwise known as war gear, for the chapter. They are the ones that maintain the engineering projects. They're the ones that maintain the all sorts of fun stuff relating to technology. So, like, vehicles as basic weapons as the power axe that you see that I'm wielding here. It's pretty neat. That is a lictor. Whoa! Latency is going to be terrible. So for the Space Wolves, Tech Marines are called Iron Priests. They have pretty much all the same job as a regular Astartes Tech Marine does. It's just they do it in the traditions of Fenris. I hope the frame rate's okay for you guys. Whoa! So, on the PTS, the classes are all maxed out, everything's unlocked, it's pretty much for you to sit there and play with. So, we'll be going over at least a couple of builds, or at least a specific build that's being rocked right now. Me and a couple of my friends have been monitoring what's going on here. So this is a tarantula turret. The Tech Marine is specific to fixing these. So now that it's activated, it'll just kind of sit there. Oh! And it'll just sit there and open fire on enemy targets until it decides it doesn't want to do it anymore. I actually haven't tested how long they're able to do it. I haven't tested... Oh! Yeah, this latency is terrible. Holy crap. But so far, of what I have played of the Tech Marine class, you'll consistently hear me throughout this stream refer to it as both an Iron Priest and as a Tech Marine. So, bear with me. These two things are one and the same. Thus far, what I have enjoyed about the Iron Priest is definitely its range of abilities in a manner of oh my lord. Kind of its ability to just like manipulate the battlefield and be a frontline fighter a lot more than I expected it to be. I expected it to mainly be like an engineering type of class where it was focused on support, it was focused on a couple of different things. Oh my lord. But that is actually not the case. The Tech Marine is not necessarily focused on support in, like, the support way. The Tech Marine is more support in which you can just make it a tanky DPS type of build. And it's gonna be just fine from there. Ow. So what comes with the Tech Marine is the Omniscient Power Axe. I am not currently using that. I'm currently using the regular Power Axe.
Hive tyrant continues to evade.
Delassa, you cut out.
Nothing but static now. Is this the dead zone? Our duty remains unchanged. Forward.
The regular Power Axe I've found is like a little bit faster and a little bit more mice speed. I have attempted to use the Omniscient Power Axe. While I do like it, it is a different animal entirely to use. Okay, we've gotten a new stem where it'll heal you over time and bring you back up to your maximum. Or like, it restores your contested health, which will then allow you to reach your maximum. Which, that's pretty neat.
Munitions replenished.
Do you guys have questions? If you're interested in getting this game, or about the Warhammer 40k universe, please, I am more than willing to sit here and share.
Servo gun is fully operational.
My love of this universe. So this here is the Omniscient Power Axe. It is what is known in the game files as a power glaive. It's big, it's kind of slow. I need to redo the weapon perks on it, because I think while it's incredibly fun, if you're used to playing with something that has a higher speed, then it may not be for you. So like a power sword is going to be a lot faster than the Omniscient Power Axe. A chain sword is going to be faster. The regular Power Axe is going to be incredibly faster. The servo gun is actually pretty neat. As it'll sit there and it'll just straight up lock onto targets for you. Ow! Dodge that. Okay. Not, oh no. So, what the servo gun does is it auto-locks on and starts shooting at enemies in order to do damage over time, which one of the perks that you're able to get is to upgrade it from a bolter to a plasma gun. Ow! Okay. Yeah, the Omnisium Power Axe is not good for trying to, parry. So... Okay. That's neat. I don't know if it's happening on stream, but it is stuttering on my end, and my reaction time is not as good as it could be. So I'm getting hit by attacks that I should not be getting hit by. Yeah, like that. I 100% dodged. And I'm 100% going to get down here. My PC is trash. Can't stream and play a game I love at the same time. Yeah, this is terrible. Well, I lost. Okay. That's neat. That is incredibly infuriating. Timing is off. Horribly so. Yeah, my CPU is maxed out. That is wild. let's close that. Let's see if that helps. Because I don't understand. I usually play a lot better than that. So that is just incredibly infuriating. Do I want to go speed? So, I mean, it's telling me it's the same speed as a regular, or like a fencing power axe. Which... let's see how the balance works out over fencing. We're going to see how that works out. A part of the coming patch are 3 relics. We've got the heavy bolt rifle with underbarrel grenade launcher.
Your mission is to use the stored promethium in the refinery to destroy the enemy.
Alright.
First, proceed to the Cadian outpost and establish their fate. You must then infiltrate the refinery.
We're gonna try with the Omnesium Power Axe.
When the main swarm has entered the plaza zone. Captain Akaram will coordinate our efforts over Vox.
There is sure to be an ambush.
I will take point. Tyranid leader bits destroyed.
Okay. Oh, that's a sniper. The one thing that, like, kind of gets me is the Devourers, the Flesh Devourers, which is the, like, little submachine gun that some of the Tyranid warriors have, just because it rapid fires so much. Take that. So, what I am learning is, if you want to be a little bit more on the speedy side with the Omnesium Power Axe, you definitely need to invest in the weapon perks that support speed. No worry, Megan. Sorry that you're sick again. You seem to be getting sick fairly often. That is unfortunate. That really sucks. Ow! I'm doing okay, Megan. How are you doing? So what's going on here is we are playing the playtest or public test server for Space Marine 2. It is currently online, and with the coming patch, there is this class. I refer to it as an Iron Priest. It is called a Tech Marine, and what the Tech Marine does is it looks after all of the equipment, all of the vehicles, all of, like, the engineering stuff for a Space Marine chapter. I can't see anything through there. So we are just playing with it. We're seeing what works, what doesn't work. And yeah, that's pretty much what this stream is going to be. Let me know if the audio levels are good. And I'll try to adjust as we go. really love the executes for the Iron Priest. It's just satisfying to watch the mechanical arm just grab a hold and you can just go to town. It's fantastic. Youch! Oh my lord. Yeah, the amount of incoming fire is not good. I'm gonna be real with you. We're probably not making it past this area. Which is unfortunate, because usually I can play far better than that. Gonna need that tarantula turret. So what the Tech Marine is able to do is there is amongst the maps, there are occasionally those little turrets that have been added in for the Tech Marine to be able to repair and activate in order to help you out. So, what I think has happened is they have slightly increased, like, the AI's ability to damage in order to balance internally for having a Tech Marine able to repair those little turrets. But, I mean, the turrets don't last too long. They're great to have, but
Now what, Captain?
you know, we'll see.
You need to acquire the Astra Militarum demolition codes required to deploy and arm their ordnance. Source one from any soldier you see, alive or otherwise.
I do like doing that. Ow. Zoinks.
We have located the codes.
So, for example,
Proceed to the Prometheum refinery and complete the demolition preparations.
I already have a Guardian Relic,
Passing weapon schematics.
Armory Data. Doesn't really matter if I pick it up right now because it's public test server, everything's unlocked, everything's maxed. Welcome in, Epic Gamer. Nice to see you. Oh. The quality of gameplay you may see here is probably not going to be all that great. I'm going to be honest with you. My system cannot seem to handle streaming and playing Space Marine 2 at the same time. It just is what it is. But we're going to try to have some fun with the new Tech Marine.
All this unprocessed Prometheus shall be defined, that will be seen from the stars.
So from what I have seen, oh my god. Yeah, so the Tech Marine, for gun strikes, the servo gun primarily does them. But they will also pull out their pistol for the gun strikes. That's pretty neat. That's awesome. Then that power-up charge, you might as well become Thor. But pretty sure there are specific Thor builds for the Thunder Hammer. Don't worry, Megan. Do hope you feel better soon. I'm getting bullied. My eye. The one thing that they did not include on the PTS is the voice selector. That will be coming with patch 12. The head and voice pack will not be included in the season pass, but you will be able to purchase that DLC for $4.99 is what they were saying. I don't know what that is in like other currencies. So depending on your local Jesus. Excuse me. So depending on your like localization and local currency, take that into account.
Our foes attempt to call up fresh forces.
So far, the balance Omniscient Power Axe is doing way better than the Fencing Power Axe. That's kind of what I'm noticing. Usually I run fencing weapons, but some god-awful reason, earlier, fencing was just not working for me. Couldn't tell you why. It was just a nightmare. Alright. Tarantula turret. not a Biovore.
The last fresh magazines are running out of time. How close are you to the Prometheum facility?
Entering the refinement.
You are making good time. You're going to need it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit there and try to mess with that. So, as much as I love the Omnesium Power Axe, the Power Axe is still probably my favorite.
Target the living artillery. Locus established. Waiting on you. Biomass on scope.
Okay. It's just gonna show up ahead of us anyway. Thanks, Megan.
Performing self-maintenance.
Looks like preparations were close before the guard was wiped out.
Use the codes to prime the bomb and finish its deployment into the crude Prometheum well. Cautiously, if you know what is good for you.
Splat. I hope y'all are having a good time. I'm having a wonderful time. Let me just repair that real quick. And then just slaughter. Then once this mission is over, whether or not King Thunderstar, hello, hello, how are you today?
Swapping out magazine.
I hope you're well.
Tyranids amassing on our perimeter. Take defensive positions.
I'm doing well, I'm doing well. Just as a reminder, this is on the PTS. This is not yet available. The Tech Marine and patch 12 will not be available until late February, as per
Instability detected and generated.
Saber and their team. Cowabunga.
Xenos organic matter rots under our boot heels.
Yeah, I can't wait for it to come out either. So far, it's been pretty fun. Right now, we are, or at least me and my friends, we are working on figuring out some builds for the class, try to
This is a precise operation. We will
see how things operate.
Crane drive is jammed. Perform the necessary.
Oh, there's a zone probe. Yay.
bomb in transit.
Drive train restored. Begin the course of locomotion, adepts.
Tyranids nearing generator 3.
Crud.
Erratic vibrations emitting from generator 3. Operator, bring it into harmony with timing. Precise actions.
Let me just
Stun strike ready to deploy.
The servo gun is incredibly useful. When they first announced the Tech Marine...
The enemy from summoning reinforcements.
Hey, thanks.
You failed at Ultra. Failed.
That's awesome, man. Tactical and Bulwark are your favorite? They're pretty solid choices.
Intercept the small
Yeah, I'd started out on Tactical when I first got the game. Since then, Bulwark has really become my jam. But Tech Marine has slowly moved into, like, contention with the Bulwark. What I don't necessarily like about the Tech Marine right now is how squishy it can actually get. So, if the Tech Marine is on his own and he's not optimized for a, like, purely melee combat type of build, then he is going to struggle. Started on Bulwark. Yeah, Bulwark's a good class. I enjoy it very much. What I do for Bulwark is I do a mixture of healing and DPS, where I just cover everything for deploying shock grenades, the banner to, like, deal damage to enemies and heal allies. It's just a grand old time.
It is an observation platform overlooking the Cryptomedium fields. It will make a good vantage for your ambush.
Alright. Already got plenty of ammunition. We are done out here.
Servo gun is fully operational.
We are moving. Tech Marine doesn't have heavy armor. It is just modified Tacticus.
No turning back. Understood.
The Tech Marine can actually get pretty squishy. Ultramarines and Blood Angels? That's fair, that's fair. I'm a Space Wolves guy. So, I can sit here and, you know, say plenty of things about the Ultramarines. No, 3 armor segments is pretty standard, and then the 2 armor segments is for Phobos. What they did in PvP was they gave the heavy 4 armor slots. They should have just done that for PvE as well. I don't know why. So the heavy wears Gravis armor, and what Gravis armor is, to my understanding, it was originally supposed to be the replacement for Firstborn Terminator plate. Well, Then GW started giving us Terminator models for the tabletop and updated Primaris scales, so it was like, well, are we sure? So, it is what it is. But Gravis is considerably heavier armor than your standard Tacticus. And even more so than Phobos. I just feel like a Yautja hunter with the servo gun. Just shoulder mounted. It's pretty cool that you're collecting those Joy Toy figures. I'm more in the tabletop section for 40k, so those collectible figurines, not so much. From Joy Toy, rather. But the tabletop miniatures, yeah, I have plenty of those. But I don't have any Techmarines, funnily enough. Cowabunga. Alright. Now that I can vaguely breathe, I already have the gene seed. Aha!
Servo harness gun available.
Victrix Guard or Blood Angel figure. I mean, hey, it's your money. Spend it how you want. I'm not going to tell you what to spend your money on.
We have arrived at Nozick's facility. Run distraction efforts as long as you can.
I will fight in the thick of these Xenos as long as you need.
I will hold you to that.
All right. Nice. Haha.
Tunneling Xenos purged from the sector.
I mean, I always say it, though. Like, just to be safe. You know what I mean? I don't want someone to think that, you know, I can share my opinion, but at the end of the day, it's your money. I'm sure you'll be happy with whatever you go with. And you can think about it like this. Just because you get the one doesn't mean you can't go and get the other one later. You know what I mean?
Wonder how many I could down before they got me.
Titus is your favorite Ultramarine?
Servo
How many Ultramarines do you know? Because Titus is cool, don't get me wrong. But there are a lot of cool Ultramarines out there. Which Space Wolf is my favorite? Ooh. There's too many good ones to name, man. Like,
Come on, we have reached the ambush.
Ragnar Blackmane is such quintessentially Space Wolf.
Orbital scan estimates the bulk of the swarm will not be in position for a while yet. Keep your heads and
You know,
get it done.
he's amazing. Ulrich the Slayer is a badass. He how he got his moniker, the Slayer, was he 1v1'd Angron, Primarch of the World Eaters, and he killed him. Like, there's just no way you can't put that in like one of your top favorites for Space Wolves. Arjok Rockfist, he's pretty good too. He is, or rather he was, an Iron Priest. And he later became Wolfguard Champion for the Champions of Fenris.
Continue holding. Automatic weaponry
Logan Grimnar, he is a badass as well, chapter master of the Space Wolves. He was the first instance where we saw a regular Astartes sprinting in Terminator armor. Before that, it had been unheard of for just a regular Astartes to be sprinting in Terminator armor. He's badass. Y'all, the Stormcaller. He is what I like to call, what would I call him? He's the High Rune Priest of the Space Wolves. He led a demi company in order to return to Prospero and to bring back members of the 13th Great Company, which had gone missing during that time. I mean, yeah, it's not unheard of for other chapters to work together. I'd have to go and find specific instances where that occurred. But yeah, probably during the Great Crusade, it happened a couple of times. I would just have to go and look. We gotta hit this button. What are some other named Space Wolves?
The swarm has almost fully committed. Be ready for my mark.
That's pretty dope. You have a picture of an Ultramarine and a Space Wolf fighting alongside each other. Bjorn the Fell-Handed How could I forget Bjorn the Fell-Handed? He was the first Great Wolf of the Space Wolves after Leman Russ had left and taken his company of Wolfguard with him. Bjorn the Fell-Handed went out like a G.
Swarm annihilation confirmed. Excellent work. Move to extract.
I wouldn't trust Google Images anymore. A lot of it is filled with
Returning to orbit.
like AI generated images.
Commendable work, brothers. You honor your chapter.
If it's official GW, then that's badass. Or if it's like actually made by an artist, even better. But I'm trying to stay away from AI generated images. Trying to support artists. I'm not saying it is. You know. I'm just simply putting a warning out there of Google Images is full of AI generated content anymore. $40K gallery? Interesting. Hello, hello. Many viewers. Hello. Good to see you. We are currently live on YouTube and on Twitch. So if you want to stop in, say hello. We are rocking and rolling over there as well. If you don't know who I am Defective Dispatch. I occasionally play video games. I do audio role plays and such content. Okay, Megan, good night. I hope you sleep well. Yeah, I do audio role plays. I play video games on stream. I try to keep it as fun and lighthearted here as possible, but you know, it is what it is. Let's take a look at the perks. So I am just looking through the perks. We're gonna try that out. Blood Angels are good at what they do. Combat prowess, though. I adore the Space Wolves. But for combat prowess, there are certain Dark Angels that are exemplary. There are plenty of Black Templars that are exemplary. It just all depends on who the writer wants to be badass at the time. I'm gonna do exfiltration. Oh, the Blood Angels were almost destroyed during the devastation of Baal. The entirety of the Blood Angels and their successors, with the exception of like one or two, were recalled to Baal when the Tyranids invaded, and the Blood Angels almost lost it all. The only thing that saved them was a demonic incursion from Khorne. Demons of Khorne. Yeah. I can't remember his name right now for the life of me. There's just so much information that bounces around in my head, but
Captain Akaran has tasked me to aid in your retrieval of the
but
Maker's
a particular
before the Tyranids completely engulf the
Khornate demon was like, hey, only I can kill the Blood Angels. Because, like, he was just kind of looking, like, through a viewing portal. And he was like, hey, the Blood Angels are getting slaughtered. Wait a minute, only I can kill the Blood Angels. Because he decided to make that his, like, eternal sacred oath or whatever. So he led a demonic incursion onto Baal in order to save the Blood Angels from utter devastation. Which kind of worked. The Blood Angels lived, and then not too long after that, Gilliman showed up with Primaris reinforcements for the Blood Angels.
Unless the Tyranid Barrow devours the target, its extermination is not mission critical.
I mean, yeah, Horus felt at Chaos and ultimately was the one that killed Sanguinius. But really... Ow! What the hell was that sniper? I need the Bulwark to do his job. Ugh. But really, what led to the 9 Traitor Legions falling to Chaos was Erebus and Lorgar. Well, primarily Erebus, but Lorgar was a religious fanatic and was looking for gods to worship.
Evasive maneuvers.
So, I mean, it is what it is.
Servo harness gun available. Replenishing reposition and refocus.
I don't know if Horus would have fallen to Chaos if he wasn't stabbed by a Chaos Blade. But, I mean, at the end of the day, he was hit with the Spear of the Emperor, and he was shown the truth, and he ultimately came to the same conclusion anyway, so... Eh.
Inserting fresh magazines.
Contact imminent.
But there is plenty of 40k lore to explore. And
Reposition.
the Heresy books is only like a fraction of that. Maybe? Gilman was certainly the statesman that the Emperor wanted, but the favorite son. And many believe that Sanguinius should have been the War Master, not Horus. But, you know, plenty of the Primarchs carried favor with the Emperor at one point or another. It just depended on, like, the day and the deeds that they had and whatnot.
Lictor eliminated. Inserting fresh magazines. Refreshing armaments.
Watch for the beast.
Stream still going? Okay.
Block the enemy from summoning reinforcements. Formidable Tyranid organisms eliminated. Reloading.
Here, no.
Xenos activity is increasing rapidly. Prepare to engage. A lift station lies just ahead, Meridian. Considering the Trigon's presence is incidental to our objective, utilize the lift to reroute closer to Metrian's peak.
Holy crap.
Affirmative. Securing efficient transport now.
Tyrannocytes are just dropping in. Holy crap.
I have summoned the drone. Request of Waker's Sky. Remain patient. Transport lift inbound.
Perplexing. I have transmitted no authorizations.
Location security effective. Reposition frequently to compensate.
Oh, that's a lot of them.
Ignore the servo scout. I focus on footholds.
I mean, we'll have to see what becomes of the Dark Angels under Lionel Johnson's tutelage now that he has returned. We're finally going to be having the meeting between Gilliman and the Lion that we have been asking for since the Lion returned. So
The lift has arrived.
we'll see what comes of it. Whoa.
Monsters ready to advance. Gunstrike ready to deploy.
Yeah, I want Russ to come back as much as any of the other Space Wolf players. Believe me. What I think the Imperium actually needs, though, and I hate saying it because, you know, I want my Primarch to come back first. I think Dorn should come back before Russ. And reason why I say that is because, you know, at this point, Gilliman is pretty much the Lord Regent. He's having to maintain the supply lines. He's trying to maintain the Imperium. Lionel Johnson is the first Primarch, so he can, you know, be the marshal of the army. He can be, you know, the general leading the armies of the Imperium. And then Dorn would re-bolster the defenses of the Imperium on the fringes, and it would ultimately lead preferably to stabilization, because primarily what's going on is the Black Templars have been a huge player in keeping the Imperium safe across the galaxy. Both the Ultramarines and the Black Templars. Ferrus Manus won't be coming back. He kind of lost his head. Conrad Kurz won't be coming back. He's also kind of dead. Who else is dead? But, like, ultimately, if all of the Primarchs came back, all of the ones that, like, were still, like, alive or considered missing, then ultimately that would be the end times. That would be almost the end of the setting. Because what Russ stated before he left was he would return at the end times when his chapter needed him most. And most of the Primarchs did say that to a degree. So Vulcan is still alive. He's out there somewhere. Don't know where the hell he is, though. Jagatai Khan, he's missing. Last time we saw him was during the scouring. He had Drukari raiders just all up in his business on his home world, so he chased them into the webway. Who knows what actually happened to him? He could be in the fighting pits, for all we know. Dorn is missing at this point. Originally, he was said to be dead, but GW retconned it, so now he's just considered missing. Let's see. Lehman Russ is missing. Ow! Finally. Sanguinius is dead. Gilman has returned. The Lion has returned. Ferrus Manus is dead. Out of the Loyalists.
I was worried you had fallen victim to Mitrian's mastery of malphonic disruptive frequencies, but now the uncomfortable sensation associated with relief cools my remaining skin. Be warned, Viridian. Mitrian cannot hope to stand against you alone, so she will lie and store in hope the Xenos swarm will devour you. Case in point, she has enslaved that servo skull as a crude mouthpiece. But give her word zero credibility for the mission's sake. And your own.
Viridian will remain
Let's see. Lionel Johnson was missing. He came back. Gilman was in stasis. He returned. Jagatai Khan, last seen in the webway. He's missing. Russ, last seen on Fenris. He's missing. Vulcan, last seen during War of the Beast. He's missing. Ferrus Manus, last seen on, or at the drop site massacre. He is dead. Sanguinius, last seen on the Vengeful Spirit. He is dead. Korax is in the warp, harassing Lorgar. Dorn considered MIA. The only thing they recovered was his severed hand. So which Primarchs still remain that are found? Of the Loyalists, I'm just going through them real quick. So there were, by the time the heresy was happening, there were 9 Primarchs apiece for Traitor and Loyalist. So Traitor Legions, we had Horus, Mortarion, Angron, Fulgrim, Perturabo, Alfarius and Omegon, and Lorgar. We also had Conrad Kurz. And Magnus the Red. Those were the traitors. For the Loyalists, Gilman, Russ, Lion, Sanguinius, Ferrus Manus, Jagatai Khan, Dorn, Vulcan, and Corvus Corax. Corax is in the warp, hounding Lorgar. Leman Russ is missing, presumably in the warp. Vulcan is considered missing. He's around somewhere. He's a perpetual. He can't really die. Ferrus Manus is dead. Sanguinius is dead. Gilman was killed, but he was resurrected at the start of the Dark Imperium books. Lion was missing. He is back. Dorn was said to be dead, but then it was retconned so that he is missing. And Jagatai Khan is missing. He was last seen going into the webway with a portion of his legion. So yeah, right now only Lionel Johnson and Gilman are around for the Loyalists. Currently, for the traitors, Magnus, Fulgrim, Mortarion, and Angron are active. There have been rumors that Perturabo will be coming to tabletop. We will see. That is not to say that Perturabo has not been active. He actually has been in at least a couple of stories. I would have to hunt them down. I haven't read those, unfortunately. So, amongst the Loyalist Primarchs, the most likely that we will see sooner rather than later, and this is in no particular order, we're more likely to see Vulcan, we're more likely to see Russ, we're more likely to see Dorn. GW could totally come out of left field and decide, hey, we're bringing back Jagatai Khan for the White Scars, and I will be surprised. I'll be like, okay, now the White Scars have a Primarch. That's dope. But, you know, once again, these are all primarily rumors. We will actually see what GW decides to do lore-wise. Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled program of slaughter.
Servo gun is fully operational. Tyranids dispersed. You honor your walking.
Borrower incoming. Multiple Xenos encountered.
Astartes, the facility is well stocked in mining gear. Requisition melter charges to eradicate the tunnels and halt the infestation.
Let me just...
With dispatch. Source melter charges without delay.
Homie's just gonna chill out right there.
Supplement our war gear.
Honestly, we are lucky that any of the Primarchs anywhere came back. Because there was a point in time in the lore where there were no Primarchs active for the Imperium or for Chaos.
Another Tyranid menace thwarted.
I mean, it's only been in the last few years
Keep scanning for
that we've actually gotten Primarchs back. First hint of stuff coming back was, I think, 7th or 8th edition. Well, probably 7th edition, because I think the first Primarch to come back was Magnus. Yeah, I want to say Magnus was the first Primarch that Tabletop got.
Cowering in her data enclave.
And then
Old friend of mine, if you missed our binary discourses, you could have sent communication. I observe you still pathetically cling
8th edition rolled
to
around.
soft tissue. Remember, meat lacks efficiency.
Mortarion came back. Gilliman came back.
How far you have fallen, Ignoel, that I must drag you back into the
So at that point, it was already a 2-to-1 ratio of Chaos versus Loyalist Primarch. Then in 9th edition, Lionel Johnson came back, and Angron came back. So it was a 3-to-1, or 3-to-2. Now in 10th edition, Fulgrim came back. So now we're sitting at a 4-to-2, and it's looking pretty rough for the Loyalists right now. I mean, we'll see if in 11th edition they decide to bring back a Primarch.
Like overkill, Galio. You think too highly of me. These poor, inert variables shall perish here, devoured by the Tyranids, and you do not care.
Mitrian shut down power to the uplink terminals. You must resupply the generator with a backup power zone. She hopes the Tyranids will annihilate you, but she underestimates the second company.
Oh.
locate generator power cell.
I saw that sniper shot come up, and I was like, oh no.
Xenos Alpha Base eradicated.
Ultramarines and Dark Angels are the only all-rounded chapters? No. No. Ultramarines only more recently have, like, gotten a hell of a lot of model refreshes. They primarily operate off of the generic Space Marine rules, and they are just a chapter within the Codex compliant ones. For the other Codex compliant chapters, like the Salamanders, White Scars, and Iron Hands and Raven Guard, like, they only have a couple of characters, and the rest of them is generic Space Marines. I think within the top 5 of most popular Space Marine factions, Space Wolves is like 2 or 3. I'd have to look again. So those numbers may be incorrect. But in comparison to like the Dark Angels and the Ultramarines in terms of specialized specific units, Space Wolves have 20 data sheets or thereabouts. They used to have more, but the codex refresh for Space Wolves on for 10th edition was a little rough on the flyers and some of the leaders, but overall the Space Wolves in 10th edition have had one of the better model refreshes. And there have been some pretty decent model refreshes this edition.
Pulling out console radius. Replenishing ordnance. Console is offline.
Return to Metrian's containment unit. See, Metrian. The more you
I'm not sure I understand what you mean by all-rounder. I'm just gonna be 100% with you. I don't know if I understand what you mean by that.
Science, Metrian. Meridian, confirm possession of her quivering mass of computational gray matter.
Asset acquired.
Pilot, Meridian is ready for evacuation. Sending updated
That turret will just be activated to cover our flank. Your brain's too tired. Okay.
Rarely do operations have a clean
For any class?
evacuation point ahead.
I mean, every chapter in the tabletop for Space Marines are able to operate off of using only generic Space Marine rules. They're not going to get as much from, like, datasheet synergies, but for the most part, barring any special circumstances for specific units per chapter, I mean, Space Marine chapters are pretty much able to use any unit. For the most part, once again. I'm sure there's going to be a comment somewhere. Go to bed, homie. I ain't keeping you here. It was good to have you. we'll finish this mission, and I might call it a night myself, because I still have to go to work tomorrow. I have to deal with a Volkswagen with an incredibly stubborn water pump. Not entirely too pleased about that. Yeah, man. No worries. I stream usually on Mondays and on Fridays. So you are welcome to drop in on any stream and we can have a conversation. Have a good night. Oh my god. So how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing alright. Hope y'all could stand me having my yapathon. Talking Warhammer. Zoinks! Get back here, you coward. Man, that lictor does not like the heavy at all, does it? Ugh. Yeah, that's wild. The balanced Omniscient Power Axe is doing a better job at parrying than the fencing one. Ugh.
Cycling cartridges. Fresh ammunition acquired. Inserting fresh magazines.
All right.
Ready to advance. Repairing biocomponents.
So the Tech Marine has a perk that you get at like level 10-ish. 10 or 15 from what I was seeing. As you can see, battlefield repairs. All squad members fully regenerate their armor and gain 1 additional armor segment when using Medicae stims. So not only you're getting your health back, but you are getting maximum armor back, which is pretty solid. And then, after thinking about it, I was like, if we combine this with the Bulwark's contested health buff, it would actually work out pretty well. Give me Melt-A-Bomb. Zoinks. Whoa. I missed. Huh. Alright. Oh, I did two of them. Zoinks! Come on, you shit. Alright, we've got it down to less than quarter health.
Look for an attack from above!
Killed it with a charge.
Congratulations, Meridian. Mission was a success, despite the odds.
Inquiry. What was Project Zeta 6?
Ignoel Metrian and the historical dataset she possesses are for Mechanicus eyes only. But rest assured, she is in trustworthy hands now. You have my gratitude for your efforts, and I shall recommend some honorifics for your service, of course. There is much to pass, much to learn, and much to reminisce about.
Alrighty. Well, lads, I have had fun. I hope all of you that have joined in have enjoyed as well. That is gonna be it for me tonight, methinks. So... yeah. Thank you all so much for coming out to join me tonight. I'm having fun with the Tech Marine. I'm having a lot more fun than I thought I would. So, all they can really do at this point is try to continue to improve what they have. And through that, I mean allowing the Tech Marine either some way to maintain their contested health just a smidge longer, or making them a smidge more resistant to ranged damage. Which, I suppose, if I actually used Omniscient Axe Deflection, I'd just get good. So I'm just gonna go eat my foot now. Once again, thank you guys so much for joining in. I suppose I could just do like a quickie little, like, hey, this is what is happening here. So this is the Artificer Secundus. I'm pretty much wearing a majority of it. The only thing that I have changed is the head, the shoulder piece, and the backpack. That is it. Which, I mean, it seems really weird that we only have like 5 armor selections. But here we have the basic boy. Basic boy number 2. Then we start looking a little bit more badass. Number 3, looking a little bit more badass. And finally, about as badass as you can get until you get to your custom armor sets. For heads, because I know a lot of people are like interested in, you know, oh, what heads are we able to use? So you're pretty much able to use a majority of the heads that are already in the DLC. The Carcharodons looks brilliant. So not all of the Tech Marine like customization options are obviously shown here in the PTS because, you know, we clearly have this. One of the perks makes the bolter that would usually be mounted there into a plasma gun, which is pretty dope. Plasma incinerator. One thing I am currently noticing right now about the meshes is that that's looking a little goofy right now, don't you guys think? But if we wanted to do a quick divergence, so obviously, you know, last real update we had gotten the Blood Angels champion. Looks pretty dope. The Assault champion. Like, I know we'd already had gotten the White Scars champion. Pretty nice. The Raven Guard champion. Looks really nice. I'm digging the feathered cape. I'm digging the jump pack. The specified or the specific pauldrons, the chest piece, all of it. I'm enjoying all of this. And because of the changes they had made within the past year, you are able to use these specific armor pieces on different classes. So Cowabunga. They also, if you guys haven't seen them, Blood Angels jump pack. So you can have your Sanguinary Guard or your jump pack captain still rocking and rolling. Raven Guard just looks good. Excuse me. Carcharodon's shoulder piece looking good. They've been really going ham. Should only remain on Phobos. And especially when the space... Because once again, you can still use the Salamanders, you can use the White Scars, you can use the Carcharodons, the Salamanders. Well, Salamanders was Phobos anyway, but, you know, White Scars, Imperial Fists, stuff like that. One day. But so this is the regular no helmet option for Decimus, right? Well, we are now going to be able to use the no helmet option for everyone on all the different classes. They could have done so much more for the Space Wolf's head. I'm a little disappointed. Primarily because not enough beard. Homie should have had a more badass beard. The Blood Angel one looks kind of dope, I suppose. And I just don't care for Black Templars. I'm sorry. I just don't care. It looks good. Don't get me wrong. I just don't care for Black Templars. But man, the Carcharodons. Oh. Especially like the blood splatter all over it, man. So yeah, alright. Now, it's actually that time for me. So, once again, thank you all so much for joining me. I'm happy that y'all decided to tune in. If you like what you see, like, subscribe, join in on my streams for more. Once again, I stream every Monday and Friday. At least I try to. And yeah. I never know how to end these. Bye.